Good afternoon and welcome back to Adventures for Anyone, and today we're going to visit the one and only Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York. Now, what is it like in the off-season? Still looking, isn't it? There's still people around because, ironically, when I was here just after Labor Day, it was just still really beautiful outside. But there's not that huge crowd that you get during the summertime. There's many times on a weekend in July where you can barely walk down these streets. But just come along right after Labor Day. Kids are in school. It's still beautiful out. And you can always have a hot dog or whatever you want to order at Nathan's Famous. They're open all year round. They have the giant hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July. And as the sign says, they've been here in business since 1916, even though not everybody wants people eating hot dogs. You'll always find a little street art down here. In the future, I hope to do a street art video. I think you'll find some of it around town interesting. And here you have Luna Park. Now, Luna Park is the biggest park in the area here. They actually officially opened in 2010. Now, obviously, Coney Island's been here a lot longer than that. Coney Island has actually been around since the late 1800s, from 1886 until World War II. It was one of the biggest amusement parks in the country. And here was one of my favorite parts. I've talked about this in Europe, how these engineers are ingenious. They intertwine these rides in these old parks so they can put the old with the new. And here you have a water ride twisting around with a roller coaster. It's something that I love. I love it in these inner city amusement parks. So Nathan's also is up on the boardwalk. Now the boardwalk, world famous, was built in 1923. Here we have the Wonder Wheel. This is a one-of-a-kind, folks, and the Wonder Wheel opened back in 1920. All the rides around it have come and gone. The Cyclone, the world-famous Cyclone, came along in 1927. It was the biggest and the baddest roller coaster in the world at the time, and now it's just one of the world's most famous. You know, I've never been able to ride this because I can't get anybody to ride it with me. It's big, it's wooden, and it scares the bejesus out of people. So it goes. Now over here we have the Sideshow by the Seashore, and this has been here since 1911, believe it or not. There's just a lot of history here at Coney Island. Up there's the parachute ride that came along in 1941. And then there's the beautiful, beautiful beach. This is South Brooklyn. It's at the edge of the harbor. You're looking out at the Atlantic Ocean. It's absolutely gorgeous down here. It is still open after Labor Day. It's open until people are pretty much sick of coming down here. You might not have a lifeguard, but enjoy. Now you see the old parachute ride. It's not in service anymore. It's just a landmark there in Coney Island. If you don't see it, you've missed the whole point of being out on the boardwalk. And here we have the city pier. The city pier is used all year round. People do fish off of it. You have amazing views out there. It's a great place to hang out. And you know, what do you do at Coney Island after the season is over? Well, like I said, you have a Nathan's hot dog. You go to the shops that are still open. Most of them are going to be candy shops and souvenir shops, to be fair, but that's just how it goes. There's great things at Coney Island, and until the end of October, you know, they're open on the weekends, and people will be hanging out on the beach and whatever. The New York Aquarium on the other end of the beach, there's open year-round, so that's something you can always visit. But between October and Easter, it gets pretty quiet around here. There's the carousel. That's another one. Historic. Been there since 1909. Back in there, you see the ball field for the Cyclones, the Brooklyn baseball team. Been there since 2001. And they are the farm team for the New York Mets, and there's a brewery attached to that ballpark on the other side. They have really great beer. They are the Coney Island Brewery. You'll love it. So it's a great place to spend the day. It's really quiet after the season, and there's so much history, and you can still ride the rides, and you can still go to the beach, and it's just great. And then once it's time to go, you head back to the Coney Island train station. This subway station was a train station once, and it has been there since 1919 when it was the BMT lines. There will be street performers there. There's gift shops. They have a police station if God forbid you need them for anything. And there's also a Dunkin' Donuts. There is a Subway sandwich shop in there and a few other things. It's just a great old-fashioned yet new place to spend your time. And that right after the season, which is right now till the end of October, it can be a really fun place to spend your time. The art, the food, the fun, it's all here at Coney Island. So if you're in New York, just because it's fall doesn't mean you shouldn't take a ride down to Coney Island. It's still a great place to spend the day. I love it there. I've been there so many times. Now you've seen a little bit of the subway station here, which we will be covering more in another video on Transit Tuesday sometime. These are the N, Q, F, and D lines that come out to Coney Island. They are all of their last stop, and they go on over to Brighton Beach. The orange ones do. It's just a great, great, great place to spend some time. And thank you so much for joining me today. Hi, I'm Terry. Thank you for joining me today on Adventures for Anyone, and join me again in the future, and like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And I can teach you where to go in the Northeast, how to have fun, and how to travel the way I do, which is as a budget traveler. Thank you again. Have a great day.